Hi there, welcome back to our channel.
Thanks for joining in.
Today we're testing our skills in a Sims 4 challenge.
Today, we're becoming criminal sketch artists.
Alright, here we go.
This week's theme is going to be kids' movies. So any kind of character from a kids' film, we're just got to choose a person, describe that person to the other person who is going to make them on The Sims and see how close they can get.
Oh god.
Who wants to go first in building the actual character?
I can if you want to describe your suspect.
Your person, okay.
Who was the culprit? Go on, I am a sketcher. I'm a pro.
You are a pro.
Was the suspect a male or a female?
They looked to be, to me anyway, of the female variety, yes.
Well, check. Yeah, what skin tone?
I'd say rather pale, actually.
Would you say describe them as a neutral or a cool or a warm skin tone but pale?
Warmish, I'd say, but
Oh.
like slightly pinky.
Similar to this
I
sort
think, yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
accurate.
Okay, I can do that. Would you describe their head as round or square or heart shape?
It's kind of square, but also then the chin comes to like a soft point.
Like that?
Yeah. The cheeks are like, or like the jawline is a little bit rounder, not so like chiseled.
Sort of like that?
Yeah.
What about the nose?
The nose is actually quite correct. Yeah, just kind of like a little button nose.
That size, you think, or smaller?
Around that, yeah.
Wow.
Maybe the bridge is kind of a little bit thicker up the top.
That thing?
Yeah, that looks about right.
Would you say the overall head shape is correct?
Yeah, maybe like a little bit wider.
About that?
Yeah.
Lips? Do you remember their lips? Do you remember their lips as they yelled at you?
Kind of thin, especially like the bottom lip.
That thing?
Maybe the top lip is like a little bit thicker, but the bottom lip is fairly accurate.
Do they
Maybe
have
there.
much of a V or more of a U?
No, yeah, it's kind of more flat. It's not such a prominent, what's that called? Cupid's bow.
A bit like that?
Maybe slightly inwards. Yeah, about that.
And this is thinner than the top.
Oh, they're kind of like similar sizes to each other.
A bit like that?
Yeah.
Okay, and their eyes. How would you describe the shape of their eyes?
They're quite almondy, but flatter on the bottom lid.
Nope. They didn't have freakishly large pupils?
No, not that I saw. Not that I witnessed, no. They're about that.
That?
Yeah, yeah.
And the top's okay?
The top is a little bit more angled in the middle, so it kind of like comes up in the middle and then like down at the sides. Kind of like that, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Big pupils? I'm really asking for specifics. I don't know. Try and think back if you can.
Oh, the specifics on the pupils are a bit blurry. I'm not quite sure on the pupil size.
Like, be either really large or really tiny.
Well, they
Like
definitely
that?
weren't like that. No.
Bit like that?
Yeah.
Okay, and then do you reckon the lashes? I don't know how to change those, so they're just going to have to stay as are.
Okay.
But would you say they were like that, or
Maybe not so much
Big.
of a lash.
more like that?
Yeah,
Okay, sort of like that?
kind of like that.
We're not settling for kind of.
Less bashimi.
I don't know how to make it less bashimi.
No, probably not so like pug-like, you know? Like not so bulbous.
Okay, what if I did this, and then can I get these to go? Oh boy. No. It's really throwing me, the old lashes.
Oh yeah, kind of
Like
like
that?
that. Yeah.
Okay, now what colour eyes?
Blue.
Dark blue, light blue?
Deep blue.
Kind of like that?
Kind of like that.
Ears?
General sized. Maybe they point outwards a little bit more, like to the front.
Bit like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hair?
Okay, so it's like brown, sort of shoulder length, and they have a fringe.
That brown or more muted? Deep brown or
I'd say more like the first brown. Maybe a little bit lighter.
like that?
Yeah, that one.
And the eyebrows match the...
Yes.
Cool.
They also like to wear a bow in their hair, but I don't know if that's a thing in The Sims.
There's a bow. Shoulder length with a fringe is turning out to be quite difficult.
It's kind of like that, but with a bow in their hair. And a
The
little
bow at the top or the bow at the side?
up the top, yeah. It's slightly longer, but I don't know if we're going to get that whole combination in The Sims.
And I know this person?
You definitely know this person, yes. They're rather youthful.
The bow in their hair.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely know them.
You definitely know them.
Is it looking like them in general? Except for the hair. More like that?
Yeah, more like that.
Do they wear earrings?
Well, not that I saw.
And it's in a movie.
Yeah, maybe
it-
their face is a little bit more like rounded, like their cheeks are fuller.
Kind of like that?
Yeah,
That didn't help me.
their chin is maybe like not as pointy. Better.
Oh, when we do this, you tell me when to stop.
Okay. Woo.
Okay, what sort of clothing would they wear?
They like dresses. So it's
Short
like
dresses? Long dresses?
a blue kind of longish dress.
Light blue, dark blue.
Dark blue.
And I know this person.
You know. Yeah.
I don't know if I do.
I think you do. You'll kick yourself when you don't. It's like below knee type dress.
Like a wedding dress?
Just like a
Long sleeve, short sleeve?
long. It's kind of layered.
Oh, it's Matilda.
It might be.
Not in that dress, obviously. Is it Matilda?
It is Matilda. Matilda yelled at me.
Probably would have helped if I made her a child in that. That's cute. Alright, she's in that.
Yeah, it's kind of like
That's
that.
probably actually what she wears.
Sandals and socks.
They're called my sandals.
Matilda by E. Alright, batter up. Are you ready?
I think so.
I was really assaulted in the street by this suspect and you need to arrest him.
Okay, well, him.
Yes, him.
All right. Well, first off, thank you for letting me know.
I thought you were going to say first off, what's his name?
First off, who was it? He's a male.
Yes,
And
yes.
what age would you think?
I would say he's got a very hard to tell sort of face, but he's definitely an adult, and I would say he's an older adult.
An older adult. Okay.
Yeah.
well,
He's not elderly, at least close to the 50s.
Okay. Skin tone.
He
Would
is
you say that
he
this
is
gentleman
Caucasian.
Mhm, Warmer, cooler.
Warmer. He's got slightly pinking,
Pinky tones.
but still
lighter.
paler. A little bit more pale.
Mm,
Maybe he's not warm, but more pink than that. But wait.
Are we onto
That.
something? This?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. General head shape. Is he oval, round?
He does look overly.
Kind of like this oval, or a bit more?
It's like normal. He's got a normal head, but he's just oval shape. And like his jawline isn't strong. It's more soft, but rounded soft, you know.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, about that. That's good. And a little bit fuller in the cheeks down there. Not the actual cheeks, but I don't know what it's called.
Like the jowls?
Yeah, like that.
Like this? Okay. And the chin.
It's just a round chin. Like it doesn't have the butt chin. It's just a smooth layer, but it's rounded with his face. Like it's part of the oval.
So there's not much definition, is what you're saying.
No,
There's
not
not a lot of
much.
separation between.
Not in the photo I'm looking at anyway. I haven't met the guy, but
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, I did in the street
Yeah, well,
when he assaulted me.
the nose. Let's start with the nose.
He has a
shall we?
very long, strong nose. It's quite
Yes.
prominent. Like, he kind of looks a little bit like... No offence to the guy. This is just purely descriptive, but... Or offence, because he assaulted me.
Well,
no,
yes,
he
yeah.
kind of looks like it's a bird beak, but it's not hooked.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's just a very prominently strong nose.
Right.
Not over the top. Like, you're not going to look at him and go, look at those honkers.
Yeah, but quite long.
When you actually zoom in on that nose, it's like, yep,
He's
that's
got
a
a-
strong nose.
He's got a nose.
It doesn't seem to have, like, the...
Bulby bits.
It's
alright.
just, like,
So it's like a
triangle.
smooth kind of nose.
yeah, smooth sailing nose. I'd say his nose is probably even longer than that.
Very quite a long nose. Does
Not
the
that long.
bridge come out?
Yeah, it's like I don't know how to describe it, but like it's like a like if you're looking at it from the side, I reckon
Like
it would
a
look
wedge.
like yeah,
Like a
yeah, like a
wedge.
wedge.
Okay.
But then the end of it is just like if you're looking front on, it's like another wedge. Boom,
So very triangular.
very triangular.
Mm.
Very. The whole nose is one pyramid sticking out of his face.
Is it wide set or is it quite thin?
I wouldn't call it wide. Like it's
It's normal.
it is wide though. It's not normal, but it's not like it's not his whole face. You know, it is a little bit wide, but it's not ridiculously wide. That's pretty
Is it-
close, but it's more.
Does it go down his face a bit more?
Yeah, but the nostrils stay like pointy, if that makes sense.
Like this?
Yeah, but it's longer, like his whole nose as a whole.
Wow, so out. The whole nose. This is as far as it goes.
I feel like I'm picking on the guy.
He's got a big honker.
He has a big honker, but it's not. It's the right shape, but it's just too far out now.
Okay.
The top part, that's fine, but this bit, he needs to come in a bit. Yeah,
So if I
it's
bring
less of a point.
this in.
Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah, I reckon that's it.
Okay.
Okay, so that, except the whole nose, is just down a bit.
Okay, so down further.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
so
a honker. See what I mean? Like it's not ridiculously
Yeah.
huge, but it's still
It doesn't look out of proportion for his face.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
when
when
you look at
really
it,
look at it, you're like, actually,
that's a big face.
It is. Yeah, rather large.
Okay, so he has like full cheeks, but then around his mouth is very much set in. So like the dimple lines, if that's what they're called. I don't know anatomy at all. For someone who studied anatomy, I did not study the face. Kind of looks like how you draw a teddy bear, but not.
So big kind of cheekies. He's got like jowls, is what you mean?
The ridges betwixt his top lip and his nose that
If I
connect
do
his cheeks.
this-
Yeah, those bits.
These-
They're like there's a
Really
very
prominent.
solid line there.
Ah, okay. Well, look, I'll try my best.
And it's in the shape of like a teddy bear face. But it's not a teddy bear. It is a human.
There's a teddy on your face, sir.
He has a very kind face. I sound like a proper meanie, but he assaulted me. So
All right.
fine.
I think that's as far as we can go for this. All right. So lips. Maybe we can start to get somewhere with
he has a
the lips.
thick bottom lip.
thick bottom lip.
Yeah,
like
and
super
it's
thick.
a little bit less. There.
Like that.
And then his top lip is quite thin, but he does smile.
So if we turn this frown upside down.
Yeah, get that smile up there.
Okay.
He's just a very nice faced person. Like, you wouldn't win a modelling competition, but you just look at him and you go, that's a nice guy.
Oh, okay.
Except when he assaulted me in the street.
Obviously assaulted. So the Cupid's bow.
Yeah.
What would you say?
I think he's got like a very subtle little V in there. But his top lip, I'm not kidding, is quite thin, but you can't even really see the outer edges of it. Just the inner part of the top lip you can see.
Oh.
It's more of a V, and it's like...
See if I can find...
Oh.
So is it kind of like that?
Kind of like that, but
let
the
me fix
bottom's
the bottom.
thicker. The outside isn't. Like, it's more... He's got like pouty lip.
Puckered bottom
Puckered
lip?
pout.
Like this?
Yeah, a little bit wider,
A
sorry.
bit wider? Like this?
Yeah.
And a bit of a smirk, you would say?
Yeah, he's a happy chap. I think his ears are kind of small. Not tiny, but... And they're out a little bit facing towards the front. Slightly.
Side earage. Okay, now what shape eyes would you say that he has?
I don't know eye shape names, but
Are
if you
they
show me some presets, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. They're kind of round. He doesn't have thick lashes, if that helps. He has lashes, but not thick. They are round. They're a little bit droopy from the top outside corner as it comes in. Not majorly, like it's not overhanging his eye, but it slightly slants down. The bottom is rounder than the top. The top is more flat than the bottom.
So this kind of comes down a little bit.
That's probably pretty damn close, just a bit flatter up the top.
We can make that happen for you, ma'am. So like this a bit.
Yeah, and then a bit more round at the bottom outside edge. And then the top outside edge slants straight down, sort of like he's going into a downward cat eye. And I'd say his eyes are a little bit closer together. Not majorly, but again, think bird.
Bird one.
Predator bird. Eagle.
Yeah.
He has blue eyes.
Okay, that helps. Grayer or just actual blue?
That one.
This one? Perfect. Okay, now let's get some hair on this man.
He is like a dirty blonde.
Would be handy if we had actual
Yeah,
hair.
that's pretty close.
Okay, alright.
Not the hair, the colour.
And what kind of haircut?
It's like shaggy. It's not a bob, but it's longer than shaved. Shaggy, curly. It kind of looks like he has curls, but he's brushed them out. But they're not long where they go like a afro. They're just...
Just the wavy sort of?
It looks kind of like wispy curls, frizz. Like he brushed his hair, kind of like a Groodle's coat. Shag, but short. And it doesn't come past his chin. It's not like a bob though, it's like just his hair pattern,
Kind of like this, but not
but frizzy. Like if
Yeah.
that was his hair, but then he brushed it.
like that. Does it like
No.
sweep out?
No. I mean, it does, but not like that. It just sticks out. Because he's wearing a hat. I probably should have mentioned that.
Oh, okay. So it's one of those ones that just sort of flicks out of the...
Yeah, like you don't know what's going on underneath the hat, but then it's like coming out underneath the
Right,
hat.
so if we pick hat,
He had like a top hat.
a top hat, you say?
Yeah, I do.
There's a top hat?
Not quite. He probably would wear that if you gave it to him, but I see that for him.
Where was the top hats?
I know they have them.
I gotta do it.
He's a leprechaun! I knew it!
Leprechaun.
Honestly, the hair shape's pretty close. It's just not as long and there's no fringe.
And try and
And
find
bangs.
something very similar to that once I get a top hat.
There.
Ah, perfect.
Is there a light brown? So it's a light brown. Yeah,
Uh,
that's pretty close.
Yeah.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, I think I know where we're at. I can try and find something for you, ma'am. I will.
That may be a contender. It's not accurate. When you think of his hair, think of like he's not a mad scientist, but picture a mad scientist where it's like that frizz. Like if Albert Einstein had blonde hair and had a haircut and actually looked after his hair. You know Albert?
I do, personally. Oh, that's too much. That's kind of
Close.
Could
It's a bit
do.
more frizz, but it's getting the picture, you know? No fringe, but close. That might do. It's more forwards, but that's probably the closest you're going to get. His eyebrows, maybe? They're close knit. No, close knit's not the word. They're more close to his eye. And they sort of start wider than that because they start on the outside of the nose and we made that nose quite wide. And then they don't really angle up like that. They angle more. They curl around his eye more so.
Yeah.
They're very close to the centre of his eye. And then as you get to the end of his eye, it slowly just goes straight out.
So it just kind of tapers off.
Yeah, but a little bit closer on the inside edge. No, it just looks sad.
It does.
Aw.
Poor little man.
Still more bird-like, like he's honing in on what's in front of him.
You, obviously. Maybe if we choose a longer eyebrow.
That might work if you can angle it a bit more on the inside. Yeah, like down a bit more. And then can you angle the outside in too? Maybe go back to what you were doing before and just angle it slightly. He does have very light brows. It tapers off majorly. Like the outside is like very fine. Oh, what about on the eyebrow spectrum there? Down the bottom there on the left. That might do. It's not quite as close as what it is, but it's gonna have to do.
It's as good as we're gonna get it.
He does have wrinkles, but they're not over the top. And he has very, very, very light stubble. It's more of like a shadow rather than
Like a
stubble.
5 o'clock shadow type.
Yeah, like that. And then very light wrinkles. It's mostly his forehead. He just has very light, fine lines.
Would you say like that, or is it a bit lighter?
It is a bit lighter, but I don't know if lighter is an option. They'll probably do.
This man, he looks like he would maybe wear like a suit.
Yes, his suit.
Purpley,
Yes,
perhaps.
yes.
Hmm.
Oh, you think you know who it is?
I think I do.
Who are
yeah.
you thinking?
Is it Willy Wonka?
It's Willy Wonka.
Yes, we've heard of him before. Something
He's
about
known well around the station.
Yeah. There's something about his chocolate factory. He's trying to get kids in there. Right, let's try and find
He has
this suit.
khaki pants and brown shoes, but then big old bow tie and purple top suit.
Fashion.
Just like that.
Kind of.
Come into my mansion, children.
It's really
It's just no bow
close.
tie. You need more of a bow tie though.
Oh yeah, you've got to.
Do they have any?
Do you have some? I'm looking for a bow tie.
We need something that's given Willy Wonka.
Types of Willy Wonka. Why doesn't anything have a bow tie? Aren't they fashionable?
They need to take some lessons out of Willy's book. Alright, I reckon what you've got's gonna have to do. But he does have brown shoes.
Oh yes,
Which is very important, yes.
They are really lacking in the. Oh wait, hold on. Oh no. Well,
That's
I mean, that's probably the closest. Willy
Wonka.
by W. Love it. That was great. I reckon we did pretty well with that.
I'm quite chuffed with that.
Alrighty. Well, I think we did a smashing job.
We could get a job in a police station. We're
Honestly,
talented as
I
heck.
think we would catch those criminals.
Willy Wonka and Matilda. We're
We're
coming for you.
Alrighty, so we're going to call it quits for this week.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you guys so much for joining in on the adventure.
Feel free to chuck us a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
If you didn't hate us.
Indeed. See yous.
Bye.